Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video, guys. In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most crucial and actually unspoken about topics that there probably is in cryptocurrency, and that is a cash out plan. When to sell. We all want to focus on buy, buy, buy. Of course, it is absolutely important to have bought those cryptos in the first place, allowing you to sell them later on down the line for a profit. But really, in this video, we're going to focus on what I'm doing, where I'm at, what my sell strategy is when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and hopefully this video is going to prevent some of you guys from being those people who essentially held throughout the whole bull market in 2017 and then ended up selling with not even a fraction of the profits they could have made if they had sold on the way up in 2017 or even near the top. They essentially ended up trading with emotions. You are asking for trouble if you trade with emotions. Take that from somebody who has been there, done that, and got the t-shirt, guys. You absolutely need to have a strategy in place, and that strategy should be tailor-made. You don't just say, hey, I'm going to sell all my cryptos on this date. You actually need to come up with a strategy for your individual cryptos. And what I mean by that is, for example, I have some cryptocurrencies that I don't really plan on selling ever as far as it looks right now, and that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of those, I expect to make the majority of my money in the altcoins, and that has been true so far. And Bitcoin for me is just an accumulation game. You've got to think there is a finite supply of Bitcoin, and there is a clear roadmap to how we get to that finite supply, and it's going to be very interesting. It's one reason I'm going to hold Bitcoin for the long term. However, like I say, I want to make my money in the altcoins. I have around about 61 different cryptocurrencies, and I have somewhat a tailor-made cash out plan for each individual one. So we're going to cover some of those. I'm going to touch base on some of those, but I'm really going to tell you, how I'm making my decisions on when to cash out. And for that, we're going to look at the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. I follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. It has been correct so far. It's also what allowed me to make that call for ADA that we just saw for Cardano. I'd shown you guys this ages ago. Of course, the ADA chart now looks more like the Ethereum chart, as I suggested it would. You have Bitcoin, you have larger altcoins, and then you have smaller altcoins, and it all follows Bitcoin, guys. You can see that highlighted. This is the total money in cryptocurrencies. It just really looks pretty much identical to the Bitcoin chart. Now, this, of course, is my Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory chart. This, for a large part, is what I'm going off to cash out, guys. So I'll be cashing out significant portions of my portfolio at the end of this year, start of next year, and then I'll be sort of reallocating and looking at the markets at that time and saying, hey, are we going to go on for a multi-year bull market, or is this going to repeat similar to how it did in 2017? And we're going to get into that in this video. So the message that I want to give everybody before we start is you absolutely need a cash out plan. If you don't have that, you'll be one of those guys who rides the wave all the way up in 2017 and then ends up riding it all the way back down. Remember, guys, you haven't made anything until you've sold. Just because your balance right now looks good doesn't mean that money's yours, because that money, as you've seen with this most recent sell-off, I watched my portfolio go down nearly 20%. Some altcoins even more severely. And, for me, that's nothing. When it first happened, it might be a bit intimidating. But now, the stage I'm at, the level of investing, the fact that I've been here for nearly 4 years, it's just like a sort of walk in the park nowadays. It doesn't faze me. And in fact, I get more excited on days like we had seen where we pulled back than I do on days when we're in the profit massively. Because for me, it's a buying opportunity. The same way that any pullback back in 2017 would have really been looked at as a buying opportunity. So, how am I cashing out my cryptos? So like I say, there are cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin that I'm in for the long term, 10 plus years. And there are cryptocurrencies that I'm in it for the not so long term. And I will tell you now, I plan on cashing out some of my Ethereum, some of my Cardano, some of my Binance coins, some of my Polkadot, some of my XRP, some of my Litecoin, some of my Chainlink. I plan on cashing out a large number of different altcoins. Maybe not. They're all different in terms of percentage. Something like Cardano, I'm really in for the more longer term. I stake my Cardano, which if you want to and have decided you want to be in a certain cryptocurrency for 5+ years, you may want to look at getting those stakes. So you earn rewards you earn interest essentially on your existing crypto, and they offer significantly better rates than a bank will give you on your money. However, of course, there's the volatility aspect of cryptocurrency. And if we do enter a bear market, you will see coins sell off. So let me talk to you about the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory first and explain why I am selling accordingly to this. So for those of you who don't know what the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory is, I know what you're thinking. You guys that have been watching my channel for a while now are going, great, he's going on about this again. But it's important, guys. It's allowed me to be profitable so far, and I think is going to allow me to continue to be profitable. And hopefully you guys who maybe take heed of this advice, or well, not advice, take sort of heed of my opinion. So what we're looking at here, guys, is essentially we're looking at a structure that continues and plays out again. And it's really, when you break it down, it's the emotional sort of cycle that markets go through. It's the exact same. Go look at the Wall Street cheat sheet and you will see this structure play out time and time again. And it doesn't just play out for Bitcoin, guys. It plays out for the altcoins. I showed you it in this one, and I can show you in a number of others. XLM is another one. It didn't just play out for ADA, it played out for XLM. And essentially what happens is it works on 4 years. So the first year is after your bull market sort of blow off top. You then enter the bear market. The second year is you really find the bottom. The third year is you sort of break all descending resistances and start to uptrend. And the fourth and final year is where you see your 2007-esque bull market take place. And I think we are in that now, guys. It's confirmed to me. I think Bitcoin reaches $100,000 this year very, very easily. And I think you see coins like Cardano potentially reach anywhere from $5 upwards. Chainlink, I've already given Chainlink price of around about $365. But how are you going to know when to sell your crypto? So for me, I have a cash out plan on all my coins that goes up numerically. So it goes up in stages. So let's take Cardano for example. Now, I'm going to start by saying that I am going to keep a significant amount of my Cardano through this cycle into the future. A lot of my Cardano I'm going to lock up for 10 plus years potentially, 5 years plus potentially. But the coins that I am going to sell, so let's say, for example, and I'm not going to give you exact figures, but let's say I have 100% of my Cardano sat in front of me. I have cash out plans where, let's say Cardano hits $2.50, I will cash out 10% of my Cardano. When it hits $5, I will cash out another 10%. And so on and so forth. And you go up numerically, so you're taking profits along the way. Because the last thing you want to do is wait to take profits, and then you see the bear market overwhelm and destroy the bulls, and we end up in that bear market that we saw take place in 2018. And you get left selling your cryptos at nearly what you bought it for. I saw it happen with so many people. You'll be surprised how many people made money in 2017. You'll be surprised how many people actually didn't make any money, even though they were early, and they actually end up losing money in the long term. So, back to what I was talking about. So the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory follows. It essentially works around years and sort of the halvening cycles. You can see that the structure of the last Bitcoin 4-year cycle really mirrors the one that we're in today. You can see this was 2013, the last time we had our blow off top. You enter your sort of bear market and you come out, and then we have 2017, and the same thing's playing out today, guys. If you look at the structure, it's exactly the same. It doesn't just play out for Bitcoin, it plays out for all the altcoins. So for me, I'm looking to maybe cash out. So let's take Cardano for example, and the altcoins lag behind Bitcoin. So you will notice that my cash out plans actually get later. So if I was going to cash out Bitcoin, for example, maybe we'd look at December, November, December as a good time to cash out, and we'd look at what we're happy with. If we're happy with the amount of return on investment that we've got, we'd cash out and sort of wait to see what the next year brought before maybe re-entering a position. But like I say, Bitcoin is a long-term hold for me. Maybe 10% of my Bitcoin gets cashed out. The rest is staying there, and I don't even really look at my Bitcoin balance. I have it stored away on a hard wallet, and I don't, it's going to remain there. But coins like Cardano, which I plan on cashing out, coins like Chainlink, which I plan on cashing out. So we covered Cardano. Let's say we cash out 10% at $2.50, another 10%, and like I say, that's more of a long-term hold. Similar with Polkadot, I have my Polkadot staked, and Chainlink. Let's look at Chainlink. So I will be cashing out for my first time. I haven't cashed out even a single Chainlink yet, by the way, guys. So when I'm telling you that I think Chainlink's going to the moon, it's not just because I want you to view this channel. It's because I believe that, and my cash out plan reflects that. I will not be cashing out any of my Chainlink until Chainlink reaches $100, which is only a 4x from here, and I think that's achieved very, very quickly this year. and then we will take it from there, essentially. Chainlink is, I think it has a long way to go, and I think it would be somewhat stupid for me to cash out before that. However, if you are risking, the thing with me, guys, is yes, there's a lot of money at risk. However, it's money that it's not such a risk for me because of my age. You need to tailor your cash out plan based on yourself. So your age, what do you want out of this? Do you want to make money? Do you want to get rich super fast? That is always if that's your intentions, then you really need to tailor your cash out plan to that and figure and then take everything into perspective. You need to also add a risk element into there. So you got to remember, guys, this might not happen. This bull run that we're in, there could be factors like, the internet goes down, or there could be a number of factors that might show chinks in 2021 being a 2017 S bull run's armor. And you have to take in everything to account. And really what I'm trying to stress, and I can't stress it enough, is you need a cash out plan, guys. Because like I say, otherwise you get left holding the bag. So Chainlink, for example, $100, I'll be cashing out around about 15% of my Chainlink. And then it will go up numerically in $50. So 150, 200, 250. And that is really how I structure everything. I take profits all along the way. Same with XRP. I still hold XRP for those of you who don't know. And I think XRP will actually perform quite well. And I think if you compound that in with the fact that the lawsuit might get thrown out potentially, or it might go in XRP's favor. Of course, there's the downside to that. It might not. It actually performs very well. And like XRP, my cash out plan starts at $1 and ends up at around about $20, which might seem like a tall order now, but we'll see what the future brings. Uniswap, there are coins that I get rid of the stake that I get off them. So there are a number of coins out there like Band Protocol, a stake Band Protocol, Kyber Network, that I actually get rid of the stake coins. I don't just hold them and sit there. And that's just to keep sort of a bit of money coming in, if you will. So I've waffled on probably for long enough. My cash out plan really, like I say, revolves around the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. So the end of the year will really be where I'm looking at my positions and going, right, I think it's time to sell off a good chunk of them. And that really depends on coins that I'm giving for the long term, coins I'm giving for the short term. I do have altcoins, like I say, like 1inch. I will probably try and get out of all my 1inch by the end of the year, as an example. And there are coins, like I say, like Cardano, Bitcoin that I plan on holding indefinitely, even Ethereum, essentially. Even though, when, let's say, Ethereum gets to $5,000, which I think is absolutely going to do, I will cash out a sizable chunk of my Ethereum, maybe 20% of my Ethereum at that point, because, you've got to remember, guys, I've been accumulating for, essentially over 2 years now. I've been accumulating throughout this entire bear market. I'm very happy with my positions already. Haven't cashed out yet, or haven't cashed out a lot yet, and that's just simply because I think there's a hell of a lot more to come, guys. I think this whole structure looks similar. This whole structure that we see here is going to look similar to what we see down here, guys. So I hope this video has been helpful. It's really to try and drill the fact that you need to have a cash out plan, and whether you do that numerically or whether you look at that and you look at the whole situation and you say to yourselves, what am I happy to take, for this? Am I happy to sell all my Cardano at $2? Am I happy to sell it all at $5? Am I happy to sell my XRP at $1? Am I happy to sell my Stellar at $1? And that really comes down to, I guess, what you put in the first place. And one thing that I don't think, if you want to be a bit more risky, and I do this with certain coins and certainly did it in 2017, you can take out your initial investment, and then essentially you don't end up losing money in the long term. Let's say it goes bad. You could potentially end up, with your initial investment only because you've already took that out. But that can be a sort of foolproof way to do it, because then you're playing with money that you never really had in the first place, essentially, is one way to look at it. Of course, if you'd cashed out, you would have had that money, but you're not playing with your own money at that point. You're playing with money that you've already had come to you as a return on your investment. So that is really all I have for you in this video, guys. I hope you found this helpful. It might be a little bit long, this video, but hey ho. So if you've enjoyed this content, guys, please leave me a like, subscribe for more videos because they come out daily, and let me know in the comment section what your plans are, guys. And that is really all I have for you in this video. I look forward to seeing you all on the next video. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I hope you all have a fantastic day, whatever you are, whatever you're doing. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.